Hello and welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you a stitch. I was playing with a yarn and I came up with a stitch. I'm sure this stitch exists somewhere. Yeah, so these are the sides of the stitch. It's a very easy stitch. 2 rows repeat, goes really fast. So this is the back and this is the front, but it's quite nice, this one. Look at this. For a blanket, for a cardigan, for a hat, for an infinity scarf, I think this is nice. But I work this with 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, and it's quite thick. So if you want for a blanket, unless you want a warm blanket, use a thicker yarn. But I think for number 3 or 4 at the most, yarn size with this stitch. The stitch is quite easy. It's multiples of 3, and I think I'm gonna call this braided granny. So what you have is the granny that you work, yeah. So after you do the the granny, you're gonna do 1 row of single crochet in each stitch, and then you're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and we have the first cluster here. We're gonna go to the second double crochet there, and we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, go back again. So it's like front post double crochet. So in total we're gonna do 3 double crochets. Okay, you're gonna move to the next cluster of double crochet. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna work the second row below, not the top, which is the single crochet in each stitch. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the one in the middle, and we're gonna do in there 3 double crochets. So this yarn, it's a little bit thick, and I'm working now with 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. But I think with this stitch it's nice to work, if the yarn, for example, recommends that you should use 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, I think it's nice if you go with 4.5 or 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. So you move to the next cluster and you do 3 double crochet in the middle of the second double crochet from that cluster. Yeah, it's quite easy, this one, but it looks so nice. It's like braided. Okay, so you move to the next cluster, and the one in the middle, you're gonna put 3 double crochets in there. But I think it looks nicer with thinner yarn than the thick one, because this one, if you do it with a thick yarn, especially a blanket, that's gonna be kind of heavy. So the next cluster, also 3 double crochet. Well, it's front post double crochet around that second double crochet of that cluster. So now at the end we have 3 double crochets. So we're gonna go to the one in the middle, and we're gonna do the same. So skip the first, and in around that second you're gonna do 3 front post double crochet. It's quite easy in this one, but it looks so nice. Okay, and now at the end here in the corner, we're gonna go there and we're gonna do a single crochet. Yeah, chain 1, turn your work, and now we're gonna repeat the second row that we have to do. So we're gonna skip the first stitch, and into the second, the next one, we're gonna do a single crochet, and this row is gonna be single crochet in each stitch. Yeah, you can do so many things with this stitch, but it gets really bulky and big if you use a thicker yarn. So single crochet in each stitch. I'm gonna do the next row, and then I'm gonna stop. And of course, whatever, if you choose to work with this stitch, whatever you you do when you reach the end of the project, you're gonna close with 1 single crochet in each stitch. So the last 2 stitches of this row. Chain 1, turn your work, and now you're gonna repeat the row with the front post double crochet. So you have the first cluster here, and we're gonna go to the second one. So you skip the first, and then through the second you're gonna do 3 front post double crochet. Yeah, it goes really fast, this this stitch. So you move to the next cluster, and you're gonna do 3 front post double crochet around that one in the middle. But I'm sure this stitch exists somewhere. I just don't know if someone came up with this stitch or the name of the stitch. So if you're familiar with this stitch, some of you, please do tell me the name of the stitch if you know. So I will put the name. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put the braided granny, the name of this stitch. So you move to the next cluster and you repeat. And this is gonna build, well, fast. But if you work with thinner yarn, yeah, well, it's gonna take some time. So when you go to the next, you're gonna go around the one in the middle, 3 double crochets. Well, I keep saying 3 double crochets when it's front post, the double crochet. And now at the end here we have the last cluster, so we're gonna repeat. We're gonna do the same. We're gonna skip the first double crochet, and into the second we're gonna put in there 3 front post double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. Granny stitch is very known, so you know exactly what to do the first row. So at the end here we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna do a single crochet, chain 1, turn your work, and now we're gonna repeat the row with a single crochet in each stitch. So we're gonna skip the first stitch, this one, and into the second, the next one, we're gonna do a single crochet, and then you're gonna do single crochet in each stitch until you finish the row. So if some of you like this stitch, you can work with this, and this is gonna, but you know, when it's too thick, the yarn, it kind of loses the definition. So for example, this yarn recommends that I should use 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, so I went with half of number bigger, 4.0. So because it gets really tight, yeah. So this sample I start with two single crochet rows, and then I put the grannies, the clusters of 3 double crochet, and then I showed you how to do the rest. But this is quite nice. So if you like, you can try this this stitch. So this is the back. Well, give it a try. Some of you might like this. I pull apart the sample I tried with a thinner yarn, and it's much nicer with a thinner. But some of you might like this for a warm blanket, because it's quite thick. So very cold winter days, you can do with this. Hope you like the stitch. Give it a try. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.